Not in the frame, I gotta go on the floor. Okay, so I've been a remote software developer for around 2 years at this point, and I've gone through so much gear that's given me so many headaches, and I've condensed down to this really simple set of items on the table that I've really taken around the world with me. And I would say if any of these things broke, I would immediately buy them again, which is how I know they're good stuff. So I do most of coding in YouTube. Let's start with the coding stuff because that's probably going to be the title of this video. And we'll start with my laptop right here, which is the MacBook Pro 16 that does not have the new chip, unfortunately. So I bought this, I think at the beginning of 2020, mid 2020 maybe, for video editing mostly. You don't need a crazy fast laptop for coding, but I like to have one for video editing, and it just feels good to have the newest laptop. So it's kind of my guilty pleasure purchase too. I had a video on what laptop to get as a programmer, and it got a lot of dislikes, so watch it if you want, but it is strongly opinionated. Okay, moving on, we've got the Roost stand, which is a favorite for remote developers. You just kind of put your laptop on this stand. Actually, I'll show it in a cutaway how you assemble it, but you just put your laptop on this stand like this, right in there, and it's just makes it higher off your desk so you can have better posture when you're on your computer, and you can kind of set up a more ergonomic setup anywhere. So this one is Roost. It's kind of expensive. I think it's like 75 bucks. But this one is worth it because it's smaller than the alternatives that I've tried, the cheaper alternatives, and it's very stable. So it kind of like bends, but never breaks. Don't try bending it if you have one. But yeah, I've really liked this stand. I actually lost it once and I bought another one. So that's how you know it's good. Okay, moving on. You can't really use your keyboard or your mouse on your laptop when you have it on the Roost stand. So you need a separate keyboard and mouse. And for that, I first have the Logitech MX Master 3, which is really the best mouse that I've found. It's fairly portable, but also super ergonomic. It has a bunch of buttons, more than you could ever need, and it's Bluetooth and also USB-C charging, so you can charge it with the same charger as your laptop. This mouse I really have no complaints about. I upgraded from the MX Master 2, which I used at work, and I just want to say it's way, way, way better than the Apple Magic Mouse. If you're going to be using a mouse all day, the Magic Mouse just kills your wrist, or at least it did for me. So be careful with that one. Moving on, we are using the Magic Keyboard, which I still have in the box just to protect it. And this keyboard is really good because it's small. It's small this way, but it still has arrow keys. It's also, and this is the main reason I have it, flat. And it's hard to find another keyboard that is flat that also has good keys, which this one does. So that's the reason I use this keyboard. It's not the best ergonomically. It's not the best for your wrists. The keys don't feel amazing, but it is flat and very portable, and it fits, most importantly, in a backpack. Okay, next up, we got the headphones for focusing. You need that, really, or at least I do. And for that, we have the Sony WH-MX1003. And I definitely said that wrong, but this is another one that I broke and I bought again with no hesitation because they're just really, really good. And they fold up like this and go inside a case that I don't have, but the only reason they broke is because I was wearing them and like laying down in my bed sideways. So it eventually just broke the top part. You don't have to do that. Also USB-C charged, and it has fast charging, so it'll go from 0 to charged in like 10 minutes or something. Noise cancellation, super important. And if you haven't had a high-end pair of headphones before, the before and after audio quality will kind of blow you away, especially when you combine it with the noise canceling. These are just worth every penny. I think they're around like $350. In addition to these, wait, what? Where'd they go? All right, I don't know where they're at, but I also have AirPods, and those are just for my phone. So I'll keep these connected to my laptop. And this is gonna bother me now. Does anyone else lose their AirPods really often? Because I do. Anyway, yeah, I got AirPods, the old ones, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, I got the old AirPods, and I keep them connected to my phone. I do it for phone calls, so I can just walk around my place while not being tied to my phone. I think it's just a no-brainer to have some kind of wireless headphones for talking. And since I am traveling a lot, I need to keep in touch with like friends all over. So phone calls are really important to me. So for that reason, AirPods is definitely worth having, are definitely worth having. Moving on, I have a notebook. This is just a notebook from Amazon. It's a nicer notebook with one of those kind of like fake leather covers. And the reason I get a nicer notebook is because I want to write it more, so I'll write down ideas. Right now I'm writing down Russian words because I'm learning Russian. Right in there. And I also got a nice pen. This is a Muji pen that's really smooth for the same reason, because it makes me want to use it more. And I will just write down ideas first, because I just feel like writing makes you write slower than typing. So if I want to have more creative or thoughtful ideas that I want to think about or ruminate on more, then I will use the pen and paper. Next up, we got some, I'll just show you a little bit of recording equipment, because I know you probably don't care, but I've got this microphone for shooting my my program, my course. Shure SM7B, same one as Joe Rogan. A lot of, high-end podcaster people have this microphone. It's more expensive, but I want the most professional sound and to deliver the best content, because I think the truth is that these days YouTube is even more about audio than video, because a lot of people just listen to videos and they're not even watching the visuals, which makes me sad because I spent so much time editing. So this just goes right on this mini tripod. And then there's some other stuff you connect to it too, all these wires, but you don't care about that. As a YouTuber, video creator, lighting is one of the hardest things for me, because the best lights are big, they have diffusers on them, and they're powerful. So what I use in practice most of the time is natural light. So you probably see the exposure changing, which looks bad, but it's not ideal. So I do have one light here though that's kind of cool. It does different colors as well. It's the Bowling P1 light, and it has a little stand that you can stand up. So in case I really do need some lighting, I have this little thing, but it's not gonna look as good as a bigger lighting kit. Now I saved something kind of interesting for last that not a lot of people talk about, and it's how do I consistently get sleep when I'm traveling or staying in Airbnbs, staying in hotels around the world, and etc. And I have two major hack items for that, no pun intended. The first one is a face covering. Okay, not just any face covering, one that is silk. So this is super comfortable, and it blocks out all the light on the back. And you can use this to turn any room into a blacked out environment, which if you haven't tried before, your sleep is getting messed up by sunlight. So definitely can't sleep without this eye mask, silk eye mask. The other thing, some people use earplugs, but I find that this works a lot better for me. This is a white noise machine, Electro Fan from Amazon. I'm sure they're all good, but this one just has some low-pitched white noise sounds that are kind of relaxing. Some people hear it and they think I'm a psychopath for using it, because it's it takes a bit of time to get used to. But if you can, it'll block out pretty much 99% of noise, unless people are literally partying next door to you, which they were for me for New Year's. So it didn't work in that case. But otherwise, this thing will create kind of a isolated sound and light environment anywhere you go, and you just plug it right in. Okay, that's all I've got on the table. So the last thing is my bag, and this is the Peak Design 40-liter everyday bag. And this is really cool because I can fit pretty much all of this stuff inside here. I mean, I'm not taking my sleep gear everywhere, but laptop, microphone, definitely the stand, keyboard and mouse, and notebook, and headphones, and it'll all go in here. So you have a little pocket in the top. You've probably seen this thing before. You have a pocket in the top, side pockets that also work well for camera gear, which I'm filming with right now, and also this back pocket for a laptop. Yeah, I want to show you guys more of my camera gear, but again, it's not the title of this video. You probably don't care. But I do use just the Fuji X-T4. It's got a flip out screen. And I use these for microphone, for videos a lot of the time. The Rode Wireless Go. These are pretty cool, really portable, and have a decent sound. And then I'm just using the Sigma 18 to 35 1.4 1.6 lens, yeah, on that. And I'll link that in the description in case you want to check those out. Yeah, I think it's like pretty self-explanatory. That's just the camera I use. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this little tour. It's a really, again, minimal set of stuff that I'm embarrassed to say how long it took me to get down to this few things, because I would buy something, it would spend some time in the kit, and then I'd get rid of it because I didn't really need it. Like a drone, I had a gimbal, I had like all this different stuff that I really wasn't using, and I had an extra bag of just stuff I didn't use at all, so I just got rid of it. So everything here will fit into this bag, and then I have another bag for clothes that I'll put the stuff that doesn't fit in, but that allows me to do carry-on around the world.